popular.
You're big shot.
Famous.
And people come up to me all the time. This woman came up to me and she was so nice. She was like, "Can I have a picture?" Yeah. And then, so you know how you get the side hug, and she's like, "What did he do?"
And you knew she was going to say what he did.
He. And I was like,
it wasn't like, what happened to him?
That is so
It was like,
terrible.
how'd he mess up?
How'd he mess up? And I said, "Well, what makes you think he messed up? Why couldn't it
Well,
been
why
her?"
did you just say no one messed up?
Well, because I wanted to keep this conversation going so that I could tell you about it.
Oh, Lord.
I was like, what? And she's like, "He did something, didn't he?" I was like, don't worry, everything's fine. And let me tell you, she was so happy, you would have thought I gave her a Christmas gift.
These are the kinds of things that I just miss, right? So I don't even know this stuff's going on.
Right.
And then somebody will mention it to me, and I'm all like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're big shot.
Famous.
And people come up to me.
There hasn't been one moment in our marriage where I thought about quitting my man. And we've had some really hard times, so we have had a lot of fun times, a lot of adventures, and I have become a better person because of the man I'm married to.
Okay, don't make me cry now. Right at the beginning of the show.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Don't let me start tearing up now.
And welcome to IMO.
Welcome. There hasn't been one moment in.
Yeah, so there you have. So there you see it about the beginning of how Michelle Obama says I would never leave. I would never leave Barack Obama. Even though they got a good times and bad times, but a lot of marriages do. They seem like they're pretty safe in their marriage. But what's your take about it, Ronnie?
Here's the thing: when it comes to why I said a comment, he said a comment that I actually agree with. Part of our community hates black marriages couple. The reason why because a lot of them are growing up in broken homes. More like majority when it comes to the aspect of the black community is mostly single mother, black mother's home. So they never see their father there. Now fathers are now in this generation. Shout out to this generation that they're seeing more and more black fathers in the home. But back then, they never used to see it. So that's why when they see black marriages, they shine upon it. And remember, keeping in mind too, it's not highly promoted. Singleness is highly promoted because singleness is big business for the United States. I think people fail to realize when people go on dates, restaurant industry go up. When people are dating, you have the Roses Farms, candies, all these industries start making money off of us. So they don't want people to get married. And now that keeping in mind too, black men tend to live longer when they're married. Hakeem and George, I can look that up. Black men tend to live longer while they married. So by black men not being married, we die quicker. Black men, we die quicker. So marriage is not, and also when it comes to aspect of building wealth. So they don't want us to build wealth. One thing in the black community back in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, what made black community so wealthy? We was married. We stuck together. What Barack Obama and Michelle Obama doing is something that we need to see more and more of and need to be more highly promoted. But it's not. No, it's not. Sadly mistaken. People was happy to find out if these guys was divorced or not. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Now, I'm going to say this. When you're right, you are right, brother. And you're right. And one thing I'm going to say, what I loved about this is what we wanted to see. When she said, I could not have been a better person because of my man. Now we talking the black community. This is black love. But we also got to respect it. It's a reason why they were so private. Why they kept their business of the rap. They kept people thinking. He's off doing his own thing. They're empty nesters. Both of their daughters out the house. They living life. I do love how he allows his wife to be her own person. She has a podcast with her brother. And I didn't know when you came, you see how he hugged the brother. This is all a family thing. So I just love how she acknowledged him. He's always acknowledged her. Shout out to No Chaser, man. Why high? So this is what I like to see. Because I ain't going to lie to you, I was thinking too, but then I understand the value of privacy. If you're not celebrated, then you're tolerated.
And that's the thing about, everything, when it comes to relationship, marriages and everything, especially in this generation, we gotta, we have to see it and everything, we don't know what privacy, everything. It's like, we gotta show that, we got engaged, or, we gotta show the wedding, we gotta show the ring and everything. Everything, like, this time of day is about show. And then when you get private about it, people have questions about, oh, are they still together? What's wrong and everything, all that type of things like that. So I learned from my family, being in my family, like, when it comes to, relationships, problems and everything, you keep it 100% private. You'll never see me post anything while I'm going to my marriage, but on social media or anything like that. Me and my wife are not built like that. And that's how Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, they're built like that and everything. They know how important privacy it is when it comes to marriage and everything, because, you don't want nobody in your business like that. And I feel the same way and everything. So, but you see that, Michelle Obama acknowledged, we've been in the good and the bad and everything. I remember when they was in office and everything, Michelle Obama loved that man so much. She speak great things about Barack when they was in office and everything. So, that's that's Michelle and Obama. That's like they're each other's ride or die and everything, all that type of thing. So, to me, I could like I said, when I see this stuff like this, okay, anything comes their way, they always gonna be together. And it's simple as that. And that's how a marriage works, and that's how a strong family unit works and everything. Because as long as you got each other's back, you guys and be solid, there's nothing that can go wrong in a marriage.